Heading into the 2008 season, Ron Hornaday Jr. was looking to win his fourth NASCAR Truck Series championship and second in a row. Coming off a 4-win 2007 season, Hornaday and his Kevin Harvick Inc. team were sure to be right in the thick of the championship fight. After a disappointing 25th at Daytona, the driver of the 33 truck would grab finishes of 5th, 2nd, and 8th in the following 3 races. This catapulted him from 24th in points to 3rd, only 65 behind leader Kyle Busch. But in a show of dominance in the following race, Hornaday led 136 of 167 laps en route to his first 2008 win.
White flag, 1 lap of racing to go, inside a mile and a half. Ron Hornaday, can he hold on?
And does he have enough fuel to get to the end?
Not trying to give anything to Jack Sprague as far as a little bit of a draft. Sprague looks to the outside. Will he slingshot off of turn number 4? Coming out of 4. Ron Hornaday looks as though he's going to have enough fuel, and he will win at Kansas.
While winning from the pole put Hornaday 61 over second place Rick Crawford, it wouldn't last for long. An accident at Charlotte, as well as one at Mansfield, pushed him back to 64 points behind leader Todd Bodine, 5th in the points. But 2 races later, Hornaday took the points lead back again.
1 lap to go. Ron Hornaday in front of Kyle Busch.
Let's see if Ron Hornaday can put another couple corners together.
Ron Hornaday's best finish at Texas Motor Speedway in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series is 4th. Looking to improve on that, and the only way to make it better is to get to victory lane. Through 3 and 4, it's looking good. Ron Hornaday will win his 35th NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race.
Hornaday led 140 of the 172 laps, stretching out to a 45-point lead over Matt Crafton. But once again, after a disappointing 23rd at Michigan, he lost the lead that he had just built up. A 7th at Milwaukee kept him within striking distance. That would come in handy for the following race at Memphis.
Hornaday looks like he's got it. He's got about 2 truck lengths off for 2.
Down the backstretch he goes. Ron Hornaday won the very first race at Memphis Motorsports Park back in 1998. Looking to make it 2 wins from this racetrack. Eric Darnell gives it all he's got. Can't catch him. Hornaday wins in Memphis.
The points lead was 27, once again over Matt Crafton. But, again, Hornaday wasn't able to keep it. At Kentucky, he finished 10th. But in winning, Johnny Benson jumped ahead of him by 5 points. At IRP, Benson beat out Hornaday for the win again. And while Hornaday wound up 5th at Nashville, he was doing so as Benson was capping off his 3rd straight win. With 10 races left, the gap was 45. But that lead was pulverized after Bristol.
Shocked right now.
Doesn't have any oil. This is interesting. The 48 and the 21 get together, getting into one. You can see the 13.
You saw Todd Bodine and Scott Speed go by. Now watch this.
It's a long time afterwards that these two, but you can't see, Phil. You're coming down the front show, you have no idea.
The crash put Hornaday 119 points back of the lead, and at his lowest point in the season. But it opened the door for Hornaday's dominance and championship aspirations to return as well.
And the 2 of Jack Sprague. Those were your top 5 when they crossed the start-finish line. Now, just 2 turns remain. Ron Hornaday goes through 3 and 4. The crowd is on their feet, cheering on. Ron Hornaday coming to his 37th career win. First win in Gateway for Ron Hornaday. Johnny Benson hugging that yellow line, trying to hold on to second now as the top 3 make their way down the backstretch. Ron Hornaday looking to add to his series record of wins. He's got 37 coming into this. He's going to add to it today. Coming out of turn number 4, Ron Hornaday will see the checkered flag for the 38th time in his career.
The 2 wins, combined with the 6th place finish from the pole at Las Vegas, gave Hornaday a slim 1-point lead to make up. And he did just that, finishing 2nd at Talladega in the following race, while Benson finished 11th. Hornaday held a 39-point lead with 5 races left, and heading into Martinsville, he looked to extend that lead. And he looked to be well on his way of doing that, winning the pole and leading the opening 154 laps. But the day fell apart, as Johnny Benson's superior truck overtook Hornaday for the win, and Hornaday's 33 ran out of gas with 2 laps to go. This lost Hornaday the lead once again, by 65 points to the aforementioned Benson. But as the season ebbed and flowed, so once again did the points battle. Hornaday stormed back the following week, finishing second, and in the next race, he got it done.
Johnny Benson moving to the outside as they continue to battle down the backstretch.
Todd split up the racetrack. It's going to open the door on the bottom for Johnny.
Johnny Benson makes his move to the bottom. Coming out of four, across the start-finish line. Hornaday wins in Texas.
The two top twos cut the lead down to 6 points with 2 races remaining, and with Hornaday winning the pole, it looked like the 3-time champion was closing in on his 4th. But it all looked to go up in smoke and crunch sheet metal on the first lap.
I think that truck's going to be fine.
Take another look. This is getting into turn 3.
Kyle Busch just drives up on the outside of him, gives Ron plenty of room, but Ron slides up the hill and gets into Kyle Busch.
Had to chase that truck up the hill. He made contact. Kyle does a nice job saving his truck, but Ron Hornaday cannot keep that truck out of the outside wall. And J.R. Fitzpatrick, who had a great qualifying effort, came in and made some pretty hard contact with the 33 of Hornaday.
All Benson needed to do was keep his truck clean for the remainder of the race, and a big gain in points was in his future. Benson ran well enough, but his luck would not hold up.
Oh, Johnny.
Johnny Benson gets involved in this one once again. The 7th gets into the wall, and now a caution comes out, and our championship contender gets in problems here.
Yeah, he was all over the racetrack. Yeah, then he gets down there. I think something may have been rubbing. I'm not sure the right front. Now the right front tire is flat even before he hits the wall. So something was obviously rubbing that right front tire. It went down. Johnny makes contact with the wall.
As it would turn out, Benson would finish 26th, 1 spot behind Hornaday. So for Hornaday, the gap now was just 3 points heading into Homestead. He would roll off the grid in the 4th spot while Benson started 8th. And by the 10th lap, Hornaday was leading. And for most of the race, he was outrunning Benson as well. The 33 truck was in the top 3 or 4 all night, while the 23 was a step behind, usually in the lower half of the top 10. With the laps winding down, the championship was in Hornaday's hands. He ran 3rd, while Benson ran 7th. A 16-point lead was in the balance with 10 to go, but a season-defining caution put it all back up in the air.
Number 4, and that will bring out a caution. We haven't seen it yet. It's Mike Skinner, and yes, the caution now has come out.
At the right front tire, I wouldn't be surprised, Bill, to see a bunch of people pit right now.
After pit stops, Benson was lined up in 6th, Hornaday 13th. Benson on 2 tires, Hornaday on 4. Benson over the restart maintained his 6th position, while Hornaday jumped up to 9th. With one final caution quickly flying, though, the 2008 season would come down to a green-white checkered finish.
They go. Johnny Benson's got the lead.
He's getting a push from Eric Darnell trying to clear the 22 truck. He does get by the 22.
Johnny Benson has the lead in this championship. Can he hold on to it? And can Todd Bodine hold on for the win? Right now, the white flag has come out. 1 lap of racing to go. 1 truck separates Johnny Benson and Ron Hornaday.
Guys, I think he has too far to go. I don't think he can catch him, Mikey.
He's gaining on him on the inside of Johnny Benson is Travis Quapple trying to pass that truck. I don't think so either, Phil. I think Johnny Benson's going to be your champion.
Hey, remember Atlanta. Ryan Newman passed Ron Hornaday for the lead. Cost him 15 points.
Johnny Benson currently running in the 6th spot. Could that be enough for a championship? Coming out of turn number 4, it's going to be Todd Bodine winning the race, and Johnny Benson will win the championship.
Hornaday only watched as the 23 ran away with the championship. 7 points was the gap. And if he had won this, the 2009 championship Hornaday won would have been his 3rd straight. But Hornaday and Benson both held a great demeanor after the race, both worthy of champions.
We got good job, buddy. Good job. This man here is what makes us so meaningful, because he's a hell of a racer. Best there is in this sport.
How bad we want to run at each other so bad when we were side by side.
Yeah.
We did.
Thank you. Did you know that the points were that close?
Looking back at the 2008 truck season for Hornaday, it makes many wonder. What if Hornaday hadn't crashed on the first lap at Phoenix? What if the caution hadn't flown with 10 to go at Homestead? What if, in 2008, Ron Hornaday captured his missing ring?